Welcome to Southeast Asia English Business Program Fortune Express and Visna, your today program host. Fortune Express started launching its new special series reports of new financial power. Today, we will broadcast first episode, Digital Payment Rising in Cambodia. While multiple service payments are growing rapidly, digital payment have emerged as an important tool for advancing finance and increase the safety and convenience of using savings, payments, and insurance products. So what is the digital payment? Digital payments are technically defined as any payment made using digital instrument. In digital payment, the payer and the payee both use electronic modes to send and receive money. No hard cash is used. Over the past 5 years, the market for mobile payment platform has grown rapidly in Cambodia. The space is now crowded with startups, international players, and domestic companies, all competing for a piece of the e-payment pie. Today, Fortune Express have an exclusive interview with Tomas POKORNY, Chief Executive Officer of Pipay. Pipay is the local platform of mobile payment and is the most innovative and complete cashless payment platform in Cambodia. Why did they invest in digital payment in Cambodia? How did digital payment contribute to the economic growth? What are their perspectives for the future of digital payment in Cambodia?
Thanks for having me. I'm Tomas POKORNY. I'm originally born in Czechoslovakia, now Czech Republic. I've been in Cambodia for past 7 years already. I moved here with my wife. She's from Philippines, but we actually wanted here to establish payment venture a long time ago, 7 years ago when we came. We were looking for various opportunities, tried it once. It wasn't as successful, but we had quite interesting exposure. We started building our network. Then I kept looking for investors inside of project that later became Pipay. But meantime, I also did a small e-commerce job. I was CEO of e-commerce site in Cambodia and also outsourcing. We had a few hundred people, almost 1,000 people on our in outsourcing entity. I mean, call center, data processing, and a few other things. But finally, in the end, met my current Pipay investors, and together in late 2015, we started preparing and making it happen. So we have 5 kind of co-founders of Pipay. It's local company, so we are proud of saying that Pipay is built by Cambodian and done for Cambodians and built for Cambodians. But we have two Cambodian shareholders, one Singaporean shareholder, and we have myself, and I'm from Czech Republic, and we have another Cambodian board member. So it's kind of 5 founders. We met 2015 and we pushed towards the incorporation. Yeah. So Pipay is now actually 2 years. Around 2 years now in commercial operations. But first it was kind of beta launch in 2017, and only in 2018 we started really kind of considering that we properly launched. The Cambodian situation 7 years ago was relatively easier on visa. It was very welcoming to foreigners. So both of us could actually establish new life. That was on personal side. Yeah. On business side, we took Cambodia and as a kind of greenfield operations, right? Because imagine 7 years ago in 2012, 2013, maybe even 2014, Cambodia wasn't as developed when it comes to digital payments, right? Nothing was there. So we thought, if nothing is here, it will be easy to penetrate. It will be easy market because no competition exists. Of course, there was Bing and a few other players already, but they were more in Asian cash trade, right? Peer-to-peer money remittance services. But that was my first startup, and we learned very soon that this typical entrepreneurship mistake, right? You're learning through as you go. That no competition doesn't mean that you automatically succeed, because we didn't have any competition, but we didn't have also any clients. Yes. We wanted to focus on card processing, credit card processing, but imagine card processing situation here. You don't have that many credit cards issued in Cambodia, right? Credit card, debit cards. And imagine it 6, 5, 7 years ago. There was almost no cards here. Yeah. So we also didn't have any customers. So we learned hard way. Yeah. But since we already were here, we simply said there's so many opportunities. So we decided to stay, and since then we've built ourselves our life here.
Digital payment have revolutionized the way people pay and accept money for goods and services. There is no longer need for consumer and merchants to worry about the inconvenience and security risks to carry around large amount of cash in order to pay for things they need. Besides, the benefits of digital payment go well beyond just convenience and security. Digital payments in Cambodia have been developing very fast for the last 5 years. What changes did the digital payments bring in Cambodia? What is the outlook for digital payments in Cambodia?
Cambodia was growing faster than any country I've seen in the region. Of course, I cannot speak for all countries because I'm not physically placed there. But when you compare Cambodia to Europe or even to United States, Cambodia is much more susceptible to digitalization, to try new things, right? And to almost everybody says that, but it's true. It's kind of already everybody's using it as a statement. But Cambodia is really potential of leapfrogging various other countries, because in States, for example, right? Even though it's such a big and developed market already, look at e-wallets penetration, digital payments penetration in the US. It's not as big. Cards, sure, they have credit cards penetration and many people have bank accounts. In Cambodia, it's opposite. You don't have so many cards, you don't have so many bank accounts. But that's why instead of building that industry from scratch, you can actually go straight into digital economy because you don't have any deep legacy behind you. So what I think is main difference, Cambodia versus other countries in this region, it's much faster. Look, I think there are many other very successful players on the market, but I think when we take it from the perspective of cashless, purely, there is always some element of cash, but purely digital payments, I think that Pipay is probably on top. I don't want to say number one exactly, but amongst top three. Big difference between us and few others was always that we simply started as a digital wallet and we keep on that mission of digital wallet, where many other players, they might have also agent elements and cash elements, cash trade, peer-to-peer cash trade. Where for us, our e-wallet is really the main core focus, core payment infrastructure around those digital payments, right? So e-wallet is for you as an end user, right? But the infrastructure around digital payments is for our partners, for our merchants, for our banks, for various other partners that we have. There are million reasons you can actually put as a benefit, right? But thing is that almost all of them are not tangible. Challenge in Cambodia, right? With the main challenge is actually seeing those benefits, because when multiple players on the market, multiple companies, not only in Cambodia, anywhere in the region, they come and they put in front of you digital solutions and they say, if you use my digital payments, you will benefit. It's more secure, it's faster, it's easier, it's more convenient. But Cambodia is cash-based country, still cash-based economy. More than 80% of population still don't have proper bank accounts, right? So for me to give you e-wallet, and you can spend it at, let's say we have 5,000 merchants at this stage, you can spend it at 5,000 merchants, it's fine, but it's still not 100,000 merchants, it's still not entire Cambodia, right? So for me to tell you, I give you benefits today, I would be lying. And most of the companies, they're trying to portray it that way, the digital wallet is the key game changer, key solution. And it's true, but they don't tell you it's game changer in long term. Digital solutions really bring benefit only once it penetrates entire country. And that's probably the biggest challenge for companies who take it seriously in the mission of digitalization and mission of going cashless, mission of financial inclusion. They cannot look 1, 2, 3 years down the line. They need to look 5, 10, 15 years. Imagine what happened in China 15, 20 years ago. It was only cash, right? Now it's completely opposite. Almost nobody actually uses the cash. They're looking at you when I come there and still would want to pay cash. They look at me strange. But India, similar thing. Once government issued that centralization of the currency and that everybody had to use digital means above certain amounts, they start seeing benefits now. But they were able to only achieve it once the entire country was converted. If Cambodia will be digitalized only from the perspective of city center in Phnom Penh and city center in Siem Reap, maybe a few other cities, is not enough. So The benefit is savings, benefit is more convenience, benefit is it teaches you how to operate the financing, access to finance, access to formal financing. You don't have to go through loan sharks. You can go to official loan process if you have your data behind you, right?
Pipay has risen as Cambodia's leading cashless payment solution and has continued to grow with many local and international banks all the way through 2019. Additionally, Pipay can attract more cooperation from giant Chinese companies such as Alipay and WeChat Pay. How can they together cooperate, and what are their market strategies?
Pipay doesn't do only Pipay now payments, but we're partnering with various other international players. So we partner with Alipay, we partner with WeChat, we now partner also with UPI. We got our China Union Pay license as well. I think actually Alipay was our first international partner. It was a big leap of faith for them too, because when we started partnering with Alipay, we were just 6 months old. We signed Alipay partnership in December 2017, so it was just 6 months when we were incorporated. But because I think Alipay saw that we're trying to be fast and penetrate market, provide digital services into as many merchants as possible. So they knew that we are young, but we had license from NBC, so there was the security there. We had a few discussions, and in the end they agreed that they will try it. So it wasn't easy because Alipay is a big company. It takes, of course, a lot of contractual work and due diligence, especially from their side on us. But I still think that it was incredible take by both Alipay and Pipay team, because from the time we met, I believe that we launched Alipay within 5 weeks. So it was very rapid speed when we came to the market with them. Yeah. And since then, Alipay is almost on all Pipay terminal. You can also do Alipay. Not all, but almost all. So I think it's good for the market too, because regardless that how positively or negatively the Chinese influence is being taken, because some people believe it's good thing, some people believe it's bad thing, but nobody can deny that Chinese tourists are in Cambodia, and there is Chinese purchase power, right? If you simply deny the service and nobody will cooperate on the service, our merchants will lose up. Nobody else, right? So it's better to cooperate, and it helps the market instead of trying to keep everything closed just for ourselves. We also partner with various banks in Cambodia and various microfinances. So now, for example, with AMK or with Amret, you can come to those branches and you can do cash in to Pipay account and cash out from Pipay account. Of course, it's nice to have the dream and vision that we could be an international company. That's fine. But contrary to multiple other instances, when you hear people telling you Cambodia is just incubator, we test our solution and then we go out. We believe that we start in Cambodia, on Cambodian market. We want to make it first in Cambodia and for Cambodian market. We want to first be successful here, then we can start thinking about going out. I still believe that Cambodia has so much potential and unutilized potential, unrealized potential, that thinking now of going outside is too premature. We're working with international parties like Alipay, WeChat and others trying to bring and working on international remittances and bring those international players for them to be accepted in Cambodia. So Alipay QR code can be accepted at our POSs, for example. But for now, we're focusing on local market. We have at this stage, I think close to 300,000 users, payment users on our application in practically 18 months since the beta launch, right? So first 6 months was kind of slower, right? So we still have 14 or 15 million more people to give our service to. So I think we still have a big market to go. Well, see, from the merchant perspective, right? We have more than 5,000 locations already. Our target is we will reach probably 10,000 merchant locations within this year, 9 or 10,000. Because Cambodia is actually and especially Phnom Penh, is a very social city. People going a lot of out, people like to party, people like to eat out. It's actually more than I've seen anywhere. Like you have restaurants on every single corner. So out of those 5,000 merchants, I think that 60%, 65% is in F&B sector. But after that, we have everything. We have electronics, we have services, we have schools, we have complete range of services, gasoline, shopping malls. Now we can shop at Thai Hood, Eon Mall. So literally, and we're trying it, right? For example, me, unless I have to, I use Pipay or card anywhere. So I'm already able to, because now we have Grab in Cambodia also, and you can link your card into it. Yeah. So it's good to start where you have your base, where you have your network, where you are strong already with backing. Mm-hmm. But from the more macroeconomic perspective, Cambodia provided relatively good and stable regulatory environment, right? Multiple companies, when I think I had interview on another TV channel maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago, it was during that ASEAN Summit, World Economic Summit that was here. And they were saying, well, Cambodia is being seen as a very difficult place to do business because of it's not transparent enough, it's slow, and so on so far, right? And I told them, sure, there might be certain challenges. Now you can do already things online, but before you couldn't. But you cannot do everything as fast as you would expect, for example, in Europe, just to go and in 5 minutes you incorporate company in certain countries. But on the other hand, once you get things done, you have actually really quite easy ride to reaching your milestones, to expanding and penetrating your market. For example, in our case, we are regulated by National Bank of Cambodia, right? In many countries, it's central banks are not having a really clear picture what third parties, what payment service institutions, they are not banks, can do or cannot do. And sometimes they let them do absolutely everything, so they compete with the banks, for example. And then it creates unhealthy environment. But in Cambodia, there is clear distinguishing pattern between what payment service institutions like Pipay can do and what bank can do. So as a payment service institutions, we need to use, we cannot utilize our money. As a bank, if I deposit money to you, right? Yes. You as a bank can reinvest it. That's what you as a user, that's why you're investing into the bank, because you have your deposit, the bank will operate with the funds. That's how you can get your interest rate and so on, right? From very simplified point of view. But in case of payment service institutions, we cannot reinvest our users' money. Everything that comes to our system, we need to place in trust account with a commercial bank or with central bank. Mm-hmm. So at that point, actually, commercial banks know we don't compete with them. Whatever money comes to our system, yes, we actually placing back to the banking system, right? Yes. And especially on Pipay side, because we have very open partnership model. Money to Pipay can be done through ABA transfer, for example. Pipay to ABA can be done. Now we're working with Satapana as well, for example. So for free, you can send money from Pipay to Satapana and from Satapana bank to Pipay. That creates cashless transfer service, right? And absolutely eliminates competition between us, because regardless what services Satapana has, we do not compete with those. We don't give loans, we do not provide those ones. And that's what I think Cambodia is much better than other regions, because NBC, the National Bank of Cambodia, really created a pattern that supports partnership, that doesn't encourage competition. Cambodia has a lot of informal economies, informal businesses. You don't have to have necessarily big business and a big business registration and be officially F&B restaurant, right? You can just go to your local Sankat and a small license. So we aiming to have that amount, let's say 20, 25, 30,000 of proper official businesses, but we want to have tens of thousands. That's many, not 25 to 30,000 merchants, for example, but beyond that, we want to have tens of thousands. It can be 50, 60, 70, 100,000. It depends on the potential of small individual merchants. Yeah. And what I mean by that, you're Cambodian, right? Yeah, sure. So those street sellers with noodle carts, coffee carts, right? They are not official businesses, but they're selling. So this digital payment service should be available everywhere. You don't have to be big corporation or merchant to use digital service. Now it's still more complicated, but our aim is essentially to offer it. Anybody could come, ideally, download application even for the business, register themselves and start operating right away. So that's why I'm saying there's big potential. Sure, from banking perspective, we have many agreements. We have almost, I think now, maybe 20 agreements already with various financial institutions. So not just banks, but various financial partners. But what's live already at this stage, I believe, is AMK Amret can do our cash in, cash outs. Satapana and ABA, we do money transfers. Pay and Go, our partner, you have those kiosk machines, you can come and deposit your money through Pay Go to Pipay. Within this year, I think there will be 6 more banks coming live, and next year we will keep expanding it. I think 20 banks total will be the target, at least, to have integrated into our system. I would say that Cambodia is around 3.5 to 4 million people using a financial service, not necessarily banking service, but a form of financial service. When it comes to digitalization, however, that's the question I think nobody can give clear answer yet, because having bank account or microfinance account doesn't necessarily mean, or using money exchange for money transfers and everything else, money agent for money transfer, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are digital wallet user, right? Yes. So I would say if it comes to really crunching numbers and for hard reality time, I think we would say that it's less than million, less than 1 million. When it comes to wallet of really people who use actively, mobile wallets for their day-to-day life, I think 99.9% is less than million. But again, that's why I'm saying there's big potential of going up. Yeah. From the surface, Pipay is, we always say we are like Alipay of Cambodia. Of course, we are not yet that big. We have long way before we will be able to achieve that kind of level of success. But Pipay is digital wallet provider when it comes to user perspective. User download our mobile application, register online, we check them online, they can deposit money online without using any cash if they have. Otherwise, they can utilize cash to deposit, and then they can pay for various services with online merchants, offline merchants. Online merchants mean e-commerce. Offline merchant means you going somewhere and utilize your QR code or merchant application to pay for the services and goods. You can also spend the funds using on phone top-ups, bill payments, utility payments, money transfers between Pipay to Pipay, Pipay to banks, Pipay to other partners that we have. Because in order to have that acceptance points for the users, we need to build merchant infrastructure. Initially, we started just for ourselves, and we kind of created closed loop system. So Pipay users can spend funds at Pipay merchants. But it was never our mission to stay with that. We always were fully open. We always said that we prefer partnerships over competition, and that even if it's direct competitor, we still opening our channels to them because we wanna really promote open digital platform. Yes. So Alipay came to us, and we also accepting Alipay's payments. So suddenly it's not just our merchants, not only for Pipay, but also for Alipay. WeChat did the same thing. Now we are with UPI as well. Now our POS and ABA POS is shared. Two complete different sets of merchants, but application is installed on one piece of device. Again, this one helps to uniform the infrastructure. Merchant doesn't have to have 10 devices with each different service provider, it increasing the cost. So for us, the building the infrastructure means lowering the cost for businesses and for financial institutions to enable digital services to their users, not only to our users. So our platform, even though it's still in process of integration, but our platform is fully open to the partners and partnerships. And aim is that other users from the banks, not even Pipay users, can spend their funds, not even Pipay funds, at Pipay infrastructure. What people don't realize that Alipay is not the same, but very similar to Visa, UPI, MasterCard, right? In that sense. Of course, they are different because they do closed loop only. Alipay users are there for Alipay merchants, right? Yeah. But in order for them to be able to take their service internationally, for example, somebody who has Alipay account in China and prefers to use Alipay over use card, then they wouldn't be able to unless they have Alipay have partners in other countries like Pipay. then the user can come to Pipay merchants with Alipay logo and tell merchant, I want to pay Alipay, and our merchant will process the payment through our system. Same way as we're launching with UPI. If somebody has UPI QR code, can come to some of our merchants and who have enabled UPI QR code, and then can pay using UPI QR code at our system. UPI China Union Pay, right? So, and that's the form of partnership.
Welcome back. Digital payment market is booming thanks to the introduction of new technological coverage that continuously encourage the emergence of innovative payment methods and consequently creating business opportunities. To intensify competitiveness and enrich the lives of its citizens, Cambodia is aimed at shifting into predominantly digital economy by 2023. During the workshop on policies and direction of Cambodia's digital economy, Cambodia's Economy and Finance Minister, His Excellency Unpon Manirat, said that the economy has been gradually taking shape in the country and creating new business activity in digital payment, online entertainment, and e-commerce. The government has prepared for digital economy and responded to the fourth industrial revolution to be a priority as the country has to speed up its economic transformation for long-term growth. The report pointed out that in recent years, nearly 30 payment-based startups have emerged in Cambodia. The well-known mobile payment system in Cambodia are Pipay, TrueMoney, Lihua Pay Pro, Pay and Go, eCash, eMoney, SmartLui, and Wing. Xiaomi officially announced the launch of the Mi 9T and Mi TV, as well as smart appliances in Cambodia on 7 July 2019. The Mi 9T is the newest smartphone in the Mi 9 series, which is very popular, also bring with the Mi Band 4, Mi TV, and smart home hardware solutions. The Mi 9T's triple camera setup was also shown in full glory, the new in-screen fingerprint sensors, as well as a 4,000 mAh power battery which Xiaomi claims can last up to 2 days of usage. Mi 9Ts will be available in black, blue, and red colors with the price start from $299 for 6GB plus 64GB versions, while the price for 6GB plus 128GB is around $339. Peter Cao Feng, country manager for Xiaomi Cambodia, said that besides smartphone, Xiaomi is also the leader in the Internet of Things network. The release of the Mi Band 4, Mi TV, and smart home remodeling solution is a response to our promise and provide an intelligent way of life and Internet for everyone. His belief is based on the current growth and the needs of our customers in Cambodia. Xiaomi's ecosystem product will help customers, including Mi TV and solutions, smart furniture, etc.
Xiaomi is we have the advantage always is our product, the spec is very high, and also the price is always very good price, cost-effective price. So this is always our advantage. We come to Cambodia last year officially. And Cambodian is very important in this southeastern area, right? So Xiaomi is our strategy is always put Cambodian as a very important and very big market. That's why we come to Cambodia. I believe Xiaomi in Cambodia we will grow very fast.
Okay, so today ខ្ញុំឈ្មោះរស្មីដែលគ្រប់គ្នាប្រហែលជាស្គាល់ខ្ញុំឈ្មោះថាពូស្មីដែលខ្ញុំជំនាញខាងថតរូបតាមទូរស័ព្ទដៃ អញ្ចឹងខ្ញុំស្រឡាញ់មីដោយសារមីសម្បូរទៅដោយប្រភេទទូរស័ព្ទដៃ mid range ដែលមានគុណភាពខ្ពស់ហើយកាមេរ៉ាអីមានគ្រប់សពដោយគេហៅមាន wide angle មានទាំង telephoto និយាយទៅ portrait night mode ហើយនឹងនិយាយទៅខ្ញុំស្រឡាញ់ Mi UI ដែលវាមើលទៅវា smooth វាស្រួលប្រើហើយណាមួយទៀតអ្វីដែលខ្ញុំកំពុងការក្នុងដៃនេះគឺ Mi 9T ដែលមានគេហៅ fingerprint scanner វាលះអានេះខ្ញុំចូលចិត្តមួយទៀតលក្ខណៈពិសេសហើយណាមួយទៀតតម្លៃគឺសមរម្យ
Xiaomi is the first platform of Internet of Things network users to connect more than 171 million devices in more than 18 countries. Thanks for staying with us. Please stay tuned for the next episode. If you have any comments or idea, please follow us via Facebook Fortune Express and WeChat. See you.